All right, hey guys, we're going to attempt to do two sections at once in a quick manner. Okay, so we have two different ways of doing the same thing, basically. I've almost thought about not thinking about this until you get to later where you have to try to find the original price of an item that's been on sale. And then you have to use this, so I definitely don't want to ignore this. And your parents can probably attest to the fact that they have solved that this is the equation they use, whether they realize it's an equation or not, to figure out the tip that they need to use, or the how much commission they're going to get based on a sales number, things like that. Adults use these a lot, and it's basically just taking the percent as a decimal times the whole. So if I want to know what 20% of 20% of 100, just to make it easy, I would just put 0.2 times 100, and then that would give me the number that was part of that whole, which would be 20. So 20 is the part, 20% is the percent. You want to use that as a decimal, so that's why they have the % sign, because they're saying divide it by 100 and make it a decimal, times the whole. And that's all I really want to say about this at the moment, but we're going to do them both really quickly. But this over here, this proportion, now remember, with proportions, we cross multiply. We do the butterfly thing, as Mrs. Waterway seemed to teach it well. So where we have, just as an example, 2 over 3 is equal to x over 10, and then we do the butterfly thing where we cross multiply, and that's how we solve proportions. Okay, so easier way. So let's look at the parts we have over here. So we have, this is the proportion right here in the center, where the top is the part. Okay, A. Okay, the top is the part, and we call the part A here. Okay, because percent P is already taken. So part is A over the whole, right? So 3 is the part, 4 is the whole. So 3 divided by 4 is 7.75, or 70 is the same or proportionate to 75 out of 100. Okay, so here's an easy way to remember it. Is over of equals the percent over 100. Okay, so in this particular one over here, this right here, 3 over 4 is proportionate to 75 over 100. Now, this always goes there. Okay, so you always put the 100 and then you plug in the others. Okay, so let's actually make 100 red for this one's locked in. Okay, you're never solving for 100, it's always 100. Okay, so let's do some math as quickly as we can here. So let's do so is over of equals percent over 100. We'll just and I'll show you what that means. What percent? Okay, so what is the question mark? The question mark is for percent. Okay, so we have something over something equals something over something. I'm going to set it up. Of 15. Well, where does of 15 go? Of 15. It's kind of a little trick here. Is 12. Is goes at the top. 100, we should have, Mr. Hines, come on. 100 always goes there. Okay, so we should have just put line equals line over 100. Okay, so we'll do that next time. And then we cross multiply. Okay, so we do, let's see, I'll get my calculator out. So we're going to do 12 times 100, which is 1200. And then this is what we're solving for. So it says what percent. So it kind of hints to that's what we're going to do. We divide both sides by 15, and we get 1200 divided by 15, which equals 80. So x equals 80. Okay, we could have used the percent equation for this. It would have been more difficult. It would have looked something like 12 is equal to what was our percent? Oh, we didn't know. So we would have put, sorry guys, this eraser always eludes me. So the whole would have been 15, so it would have been 15x, and then divided by 15. And then we would have divided by 15, and then, let's see, 12 divided by 15 is going to give us the decimal. And then we were going to have to convert that. So, let's see, 12 divided by 15 would be our 0.8. So we would get x is equal to 0.8, and then we would have to do our from the last section, hopefully you watched that, move the decimal 2 places to the right to get the decimal. All right, moving on. Or to get the percent, I'm sorry. So that would have been x is equal to 80%. So we would have got the same thing with either method. Okay, so let's do our is over of equals percent over 100. So line equals line over 100. This is how I set these up, and then I'm going to plug them in using, let's use green. Using this, is over of equals percent over 100, this. Okay, so what number is? So what is indicates to me that the x is going to be where the is. Okay? Look for the percent sign. Okay, that tells you what goes here. 24 goes there, not 0.24, 24. When you're using the proportion, you use the whole number. The percent over 100, if you think about it, 24 divided by 100. So this thing right here is 0.24. Okay, over here we would do it differently. Anyway, and I'll show you. Of 50, so of 50, and then we cross multiply. Okay, just for the sake of time, guys, I'm not going to do these. But basically I'm going to multiply the two numbers that are across from each other and divide by 100 here. When we set up this one over here, it just would be part over whole. Well, part was our x, so a is going to be equal to 0.24. So in this case, we do have to use the decimal times the times 50, and we would solve that. I didn't mean to change color, but there you go. And there you go. That's how you would set up the percent proportion, or the percent equation. Okay, so 150% of what? So we're going to start off with what? Line equals line over 100, right? So we're just setting these things up and plugging it in. There's the percent sign, so I know 150 goes there. Of what? That's my cue for not knowing. If you get confused, plug in the is, and then the only thing that was going to be left was the bottom number where of was. So you can do it that way too. And then I'm going to cross multiply to solve that one. If you're having trouble cross multiplying, come see me. Over here, I'm going to set this up where 30 is going to be equal to, well, 150 as a percent is 1.5 as a decimal. And then let's see, 150% times the whole, which we didn't know. So then we would do that and divide both sides by 1.5 to find the whole. Okay, trust me, the percent equation, I wouldn't use it very often right now, but you need to remember it because it will be useful in the coming chapters. Thanks, have a great day.